Leo, I think your channel has made people take less drugs.
It's too little drugs,
I've
but
never heard of this, dude. Like prepping on 300 makes a test. Like what?
all right, we'll do the rate my genetics. So
Yeah, Leo, we won't mention any names, but did you look over that program I sent you last night?
yeah, I did. Yeah, of course.
Well, those dosages were high, huh?
The drug doses?
The oral.
Yeah, the oral dose was high, but I've seen it. I've seen his programs before with higher drug doses.
Yeah, but dude, I would fucking die. 100 makes it. Oh my God. Fuck
I
that.
know, but that's what I'm thinking. That stuff, the anadrol, and especially the anadrol, he really loves the anadrol.
Yeah.
All right, hi Leo, I'm Anmol Chautan. He's been working out he's 5'10", 75 kg. He's just turned 19. He's been working out for 2.5 years. He used to be very insecure and bullied. He used to be 47 kg when he was 16. After working out naturally for a year, he started his first cycle 250 test E for 12 weeks with Winstrol at the end. And he recently did his second cycle, only 250 test, 200 deca for 12 weeks with Caber and Novadex. Now he's only on 150 milligrams a week. And you shouldn't say they're not impressive, brother. For your size, it's very good to deadlift 180 kg, and you're trying your best. Okay, so the pictures are not in great order, but check this out. So this is him as 15 and then 18.
Okay.
All right, and then where's this other picture? He has some other pictures of him younger, but whatever, we'll look through them. They go through the ages. So that's 17. That's him now. This is the picture that really impressed me. And 16. That's him now. Keep in mind, he's Indian, right? So Indians usually don't have as great muscle genetics. So this is quite impressive in my opinion. What do you think?
I mean,
Keep in mind, he's been running like 500 milligrams total.
how old is he now?
19.
Yeah, I would say he looks good for 19, but dude, that cycle is fucking terrible. Fuck.
I know the cycle sucks, and he didn't take that much, and he runs 150 on the off season. And the thing is, he's Indian, and it's not that common to respond this well in my experience with Indians with that low androgen level. I don't know how well his muscle looks. Maybe you don't have like a greatly shaped muscle for bodybuilding. I don't know much about bodybuilding. Bodybuilding, you want really this tricep to hang very low. You want it to attach low so it's bigger. Things like that. And by the way, Boston, people were asking last time for us to comment on things like that. But I was going to say to the guy that you may have a future in it. Maybe you don't have the best genetics, but you certainly respond well for what you told us.
But I always tell people, man, I say, when they email me, I say, you never know how good you can get until you try.
Exactly.
And to me, trying means being consistent for quite a few years and taking a good amount of drugs. I mean, that cycle is fucking pointless.
That's what I'm saying. He did basically nothing with the cycle.
He should have just stayed natural.
That's what I was saying. So I'm saying if he responded like that, this is the type of guy that maybe wants to go ahead with it. Now let's look at Chris here. Unfortunately, these are a little long, so I'm going to try to summarize it. I read it before, but basically he's been training for 7 years, half-assing it for the first 4 years. Then he, in the last 4 years, he trained harder, and then the pictures are mostly pre-cycle, and then he did a cycle recently since the gyms opened up, I think. Yeah. All right. So let's look at basically the guy's been training for 4 years. Last 2 years has been taken pretty seriously, but mostly natural. And now he started going on cycle. All right. So there's a lot of, when it comes to rating my genetics, maybe the progress is linear with genetic potential. No, it's usually not. There's usually a clear change when someone starts working out and when they start taking drugs. And that's what you can tell a lot about, But I wish it was linear. Linear, maybe size is linear to some degree.
Go back to the other page. I want to see how this drug cycle.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, the other one. Go one more to the right. Yeah, right here. So he's doing 130 tests weekly. What the fuck?
Yeah, these guys love these doses, bro.
And
I
he's
don't.
doing it every other day. Oh my god.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
let's see how this guy looks.
So that's his TRT though, and he's saying he gets blood work a lot. But recently he did a cycle, like he did something. He did he said I was gonna run 550 towards the tail end. I was dedicated to transform my body, and he ran a 19-week cycle of 550 with Anavar 50 in the last eight weeks. Okay. So he did 550 basically. So let's look at what he looks like. So this, I know it's a little hard to see here, but we're gonna see more. For some reason I have 2 pictures of every picture he sent me. Okay, this is after. I'm pretty sure this is after he. See, this is why it's interesting, Boston. He has legs. He has like a quad sweep, so you know he's training, right?
Yeah, but Leo, let's be honest. For 7 years of training, this is achievable natural.
Well, no. He was natural for most of the time. I think like he just did one cycle for, I guess, 19 weeks of 500 milligrams testosterone, which isn't that much, obviously. But I mean,
but if you saw this guy in the gym, you wouldn't think he was on steroids.
No, of course not. But not only, well, a lot of people on steroids don't look like they're on steroids, but look, like, for example, maybe he has like the bone structure for it.
Yeah, it's like his structure is good, but dude, he has no muscle on him.
Yeah, he doesn't gain muscle easily. You can't say, because he's already done a one cycle. It's just testosterone, but still, the response should have been like, yeah, that looks like somebody who's been training for a year with okay genetics without but the quads show he's really training. So that's why it leads me to believe, I wanted to tell this guy, like, I don't know for sure, but maybe you don't want to look for a career in being competitive on the stage or probably in strength sports also. Maybe you want to do it as a hobby, you know? He may be similar to me genetically. All right, so we'll go back here. I don't like giving bad news, but I think that one was probably saved some time for the guy. Hey, Leo, hope all's well. He's natural with 8 years of experience. He's 26, 5'11", 180. His lifts are average. To get stronger and bigger, I'm not content. Okay. Okay, so this guy's, wait, how many years? 8 years.
He's natural, though.
He is natural, but still. Now, this is an interesting thing. I remember looking at this picture. He has a very good bicep peak. You can't buy that. You know? That's one thing that's interesting. So we can't tell how he would respond to drugs, right? Colin, you may be a guy who just responds very well. The first time you go on cycle, you respond very well, in which case you probably wasted a few years and probably won't respond as well as you could have because of senescence of cells in the body. You can't grow as much as you get older. But my inclination is to say that you have poor genetics for gaining muscle and strength, unless you're not organizing your training well. So, for example, I deadlifted and squatted more than this in 11th grade, and I'd only been training for 1 year, and I am not gifted in strength. So it's just to keep in mind, you're probably not gifted, but maybe you're a hyper responder to androgens. But you do have great bicep peaks. Don't you think, Boston?
The only thing that stands out on him is his biceps.
Yeah. But otherwise, he could not work out.
I'm surprised we have so many people that are natural that follow the podcast.
Oh, we do, yeah. We also have a lot of people. See, I try to pick ones. This guy is Jeremy Park. He's a Korean guy. He has a very detailed explanation. Basically, he's been training for a lot of years. He follows the anabolic doc, a mistake, by the way.
Oh, God.
But he's a nice guy. I read through this Mr. Park last week, but we didn't get to it. He's never taken PEDs. He's done a local blogging show in classic physique and placed 7th out of 9. He did the show 100% natural. I don't know where he lives because but look at this guy. He's natural.
Natural, that's great.
I know, bro. I couldn't put him last time because we had too many good genetic guys. I thought it was being overkill, but look at this guy.
Yeah, dude. Good genetics. Holy shit.
A hard work probably and great genetics. So this is a guy that probably should continue doing what he's doing, right?
He should be on drugs.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want to say. They're probably the longer you wait, the less it'll change your life. Okay, that's Jeremy. I'm trying to open this one. Here we go. Okay. So he says, basically, he used to go to the gym. He's 36 years old. He's been going on and off for a while. He recently did calisthenics for a while. He lost a bunch of weight, and then he regained some muscle. That's the full story. This was him when he was fat recently, 240, I think, 224 pounds. Then he did just running and calisthenics. Now, keep in mind, he used to work out before. So, this is an interesting question. He's on TRT 100 milligrams. This is the interesting thing. He went on TRT and RAD, the SARM, and went to competition, I think. Yeah. He went to compete on like literally TRT. And then there's him on 325 test. Crazy, huh?
Leo, I think your channel has made people take less drugs.
It's too little drugs, but
I've never heard of this, dude. Like prepping on 300 mgs a test. Like what?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this guy is gutsy, but he's got some. I mean, even if he's got muscle memory and everything, we all gain muscle easier after we gained it the first time. But I think this is a crazy response to the drugs.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So I was right on that.
I mean, obviously he needs to make a lot of improvements, but for that little of drugs, yeah.
I know, right? He has some genetics. Okay. I missed you last week to, what's his name? His name is Nicholas. But basically, he says his pictures, he was on 150 milligrams of test E, and he had a motorbike accident, and he wants to know, and now he's studying genetics in his bachelor's degree. Congratulations, Nicholas. Okay, so this guy didn't tell us much, but he uses androgens. He's in his bachelor's degree, so he can't be older than 25 probably. I thought this guy was a genetic talent. I didn't think we should talk about it before because it was too obvious, but
good genetics.
He's a thick guy. Yeah, very good genetics. Even if he did a lot of steroids by that age, it's still
very good genetics.
Very good genetics. I agree. And we'll do one last one. His name is Shady. So in Arabic, Shadi means the person who sings well. And Deeb actually is my dog's name. It means wolf. But it sounds funny in English, Shady. So Shadi's here. He's a 23-year-old natural Syrian bodybuilder. He's not used steroids. He's went to contests. He's 5'8". He lives in Canada. Check the his Instagram. Someone wants to follow him. The Shaden, whatever. You guys can see it. Look at this. He's natural and Arab.
How tall is he?
5'8", which means above average in bodybuilding, apparently.
Yeah, for natural, he's good.
He must be. I mean, who knows, Shadi, if you're a good responder to steroids, but you develop muscle very easily for natural. Most naturals,
young too.
Yeah, really young, 23. Most naturals, Shadi, can't become like this, even if they try very hard. Most naturals can't, and especially keeping your low body fat as a natural. That's one of the hardest things, and I think it's one of the things that makes certain bodybuilders like Dexter Jackson have better longevity and be able to use drugs differently because they don't gain so much fat. You know.